be using a couple of items that I probably use, not daily, because if I ate cheese daily, that wouldn't be a good thing. But I use these daily. If not 3, 4, 5 times a day.
Amen, sister.
Love them, can't do without them. I still have the white pair. I still have the small, skinny black pair. I use all 3 of them, and they're always in my dishwasher. And this is one of those items you absolutely cannot do without in your kitchen, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have a couple of people help me out. Delta, would you mind coming over here, please, ma'am? Okay, so I want you to take these kitchen shears, and I want you to open up that, because, you know, on this one, there is no one little tab that says pull here, right? But usually those ones that say pull here, you pull there, and you still have to use the scissors, or your teeth, or a serrated knife. So anytime that you would see something that you would use your teeth on, or a serrated knife, that's when I always pull out my kitchen shears. All right, what did you notice about these? They cut nice. Oh, it's so sweet. They cut nice. What I love about them is the spring load. Love the spring load. You know, that gives you a nice quick cut. And another thing that maybe you didn't know is that every time that you squeeze them together, they sharpen themselves. So there is no need to go have them professionally sharpened. I still own my old white ones that are at least 12, 15 years old. Okay? Never needed to sharpen them. Okay, while you're at it, Miss Delta, we're going to use the same kitchen shears, and we're going to snip up our cilantro here. And what I like to do is if you'll just do a couple of snips and then send it around to your friends. Can you do that? Okay, now, maybe you've watched on Food Network before where they take that cilantro and they go bam, 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 bam. Okay, that's all fine and good, and it looks very professional, and they look like they know what they're doing. But let me ask you, where is now the flavor of that cilantro? In the cutting board. How am I going to get that cilantro into my dish? Right? Or take up my thing and... Right? Now where's my cilantro? It stays in the little bowl. It stays confined. Easy to do, doesn't make a big mess, and it's so easy to use the kitchen shears on. Okay? Anybody, y'all been playing with them? Any comments over here about how you like the kitchen shears? No?
Yeah. They fit easy in my hand.
They fit easy in your hand. Thanks, Maggie. Okay, so, yes,
I
ma'am.
got one. When I pick them up out of my knife block, I can just squeeze them together and they unlock.
Yes, that's true. And they have the little locking mechanism at
Like
top.
if I'm dealing with chicken and I don't want to, you know, like one hand's dirty, one hand's clean, it's very handy.
That's right. That's right.
Like,
Thanks for sharing that. Okay, now, this is the ooey gooey part of the show that people don't like me to share.
But she's going to do it anyway.
Well, I'm going to do it anyway. Who does not have the coarse grater?
Love that tool.
I do too.
You don't have the coarse grater?
I have the smaller one.
You have the microplane. Okay,
I love it.
Me too.
Love it.
I use it.
you have the microplane?
Yeah.
Okay, but who hasn't done anything that doesn't have this?
I have the rotary one.
Okay,
Ugh.
well, all right, and I'm going to use you because you don't have this one, and but you
Upgrade,
already worked
Ditto.
with mine.
Upgrade.
Okay,
Time for an upgrade.
all right. I don't sell the rotary grater.
I don't either.
Okay.
I don't either.
Now,
I talk
this
people
is
out of
what
it.
I say at my shows, and this is the ooey gooey part that people don't like, and I just, you know? Okay, when you leave tonight, you're going to question yourself from now on the cheese that you buy. And I used to be a bag cheese person.
Yeah, me too.
I have always bought bag cheese. I'm lazy cook. Even though this says pampered doesn't mean that I enjoy doing things the hard way. I always bought bag cheese until I started using an amazing cheese grater and I started grating my own cheese. And I'm going to show you a couple of differences in buying bag cheese and block cheese. The first thing that's going to happen is, you have to first learn how to open it. So, okay, so you get it in, you're going to get it home, and you're going to go, oh, how did Linda say to open it? I remember she's saying that's not a button. All right, so first of all, I put my thumb here, and this is for leverage only. This is not a button. This is not a button. People watch me do it and they think it's a button. What I'm doing is I'm engaging the handle, okay? So, Miss Laura, can you open that up for me? Now pull, there you go. Now it actually goes into two different positions, okay? So there's one, and there's your other one. Now, some people really enjoy putting their cheese down and grating right on their cutting board. I don't particularly like that because then what do I have to do? Get it off the cutting board. All right? So I typically just grate right over my bowl. You might possibly pick it up and go like this. Right? That's not how we do it. You start from the back. Now, do y'all see what the consistency looks like? All right? When you start from the back and you push, oh, look at this. It's just beautiful. How do we get so excited about food? All right, you, Laura, go. Let me bring it closer to you so you can use it better than I was using it. And here. Let's pull that back so you don't feel like you're away. All right, so while she's going to grate this up, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you about how cheese is made. Okay, so you get the bag of cheese, and sometimes it looks beautiful and fresh and even maybe moist. But after a few days in your refrigerator, it starts to get that little white stuff on there. That white stuff is cellulose, and if you actually look on the ingredients of the bag, it doesn't just say cheese. It says hydrogenated cellulose.
Which is trans fat.
Yes, and it's cellulose.
It's trans
not
fat.
that kind of cellulose.
Yes, it is, because once you eat trans fat, your body cannot get rid of it. So truly, it is that.
And it is in a sawdust form, which is partially that white stuff that you see. It's a sawdust. Why do they put that in there? So it doesn't stick together. How you doing?
It's like soft and mushy.
Oh, no, it's not. Watch. No, but see, look, you're going ch-ch-ch-ch. Watch, stop. Right.
Doing it wrong.
Now look. When I go from the back. You see how I'm pushing? See the difference?
Yeah. I'd be afraid I'd cut my wrist.
No, you're not. Okay, go. Because look at how pretty it is. See how pretty that is? Okay, can I let my hand go?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you do want to be
Okay.
You want apple?
This is different than the bag. Because if you pick up the bag cheese and you squeeze it together, it won't stick. Right? Because it's not moist enough. They don't want it to stick together. Because if it did, there'd all be these blobs of bags of cheese in a box when in their shipping. Okay? So, I would hope that after seeing this, you are going. Okay, you can stop. I'm going to do the rest over top of the dish.
Okay.
Can I just add?
You sure can.
I turn the cheese so it doesn't get mushy in your hand. I turn it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, like this. So you kind of start here and then, yeah, I do too. Okay. You can put it in the freezer as well. Absolutely. Okay. How is that putting it on your, no? Okay. Oh, and by the way, if you get the deep covered baker, you have to get the lips. Because the lips are just amazing. These came out about a year ago when we kept struggling with trying to pull things out of the microwave and there wasn't enough room for us to get our hot pads in there. Pampered Chef blessed us with these. Okay, love them. They're called the microwave grips, but you can use them in the oven. But just keep in mind, we don't market them for the oven because we don't want you to burn the backs of your hands. Okay. Has anybody ever had this recipe? No. Y'all never had it? I make this in so many shows. Did it cut right through?
Add this to my recipe.
Okay. Hang on. How I do it is I go underneath. Do y'all go underneath? Because that's where your spoon part is. You want to go underneath and grab a hold of it.
It's hard.
All right. This is fine.
That's how I do it.
All right, this is the one I'm a little worried about. Okay, so that one's not done. So we're gonna put this in for just a few more minutes. But these on the outside, can you see how it's just going right through it? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer this little puppy, because he's not quite done, and I'm gonna put him on the outside. All right, do y'all know that why this cooks your chicken the way it does? It's magic. Thanks, Patty. I wish I was a magician, but I'm not. Actually, how it works is the microwave hook heats up the deep covered baker, and the deep covered baker cooks the chicken. Okay? So it heats up, it becomes its own little crock pot. All right, so while that's finishing up its cooking, the last couple things we're going to do is we're going to take 4 ounces of cream cheese, and we're going to add, after we chop all that up, we're going to add 4 ounces of cream cheese to that, mix it all up, and then we're going to pour it over our bed of rice, and then we're going to put our grated cheese on top, and then we're going to sprinkle our cilantro. Doesn't that sound amazing? Okay.
It might be dinner tomorrow.
What was wrong? It was working fine.
With them.
Oh, well, okay. All right, so 150 degrees.
I don't want to get anybody sick.
Okay, so here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, what I would normally do at the show, and we can do this, we can go back over here and sit down, because that's what I would normally do at the show. And while that's finishing up, and then I will let you eat. So, it'll be 5 minutes. Do y'all want to go and sit, and then come back over here and eat? Yes?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, go on over here and sit. This is normally all the food would already be coming out, and then I would do it while they're